learning more about that. Let's check again one more time on flights, because at last check there were 136, which is where we stand here at this point. So not a lot of flights getting out. There were still some that seem to be on track. A various number of airlines. I saw some from Delta, some from Spirit, some from Southwest, but they were, I think 6:30 might have been the last set of time frames that I peeked at. So they were very early, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, because that still gave, that early window for people to be able to make that decision to get to the airport, and it seemed pretty clear. But we've had some statements given out from the airport. I'm going to work to pull that up now. But the biggest thing is, if you do have a flight at this point, I think it's best go ahead and call that airline, see what you can get done about that. Maybe you can move it to later in the week, the very end of this week, or starting next week. I know that's not always so easy and can be frustrating, but maybe the safest bet here. And that is the official word from the airport. They're telling passengers who have scheduled travel in the coming days to check directly with the airline and see what the latest flight information is, and also see if you can make those arrangements to push your travel time back, if that is something that you can do here. That statement coming from officials from the airport late last night, as we're seeing some 136 cancellations today from Louis Armstrong International Airport. It's always so tricky scheduling, a trip around this time. Although, for a lot of people, this is the only time that they can schedule it. I just, took a overseas vacation with my family that we had planned for over a year, and immediately I was thinking, what did we do, because of the anxiety. Right. So it happened to be that we just were able to get home in time, but the next day here I am on the desk doing, hurricane coverage. So it could have just as easily been me. And I know if you are trying to rearrange your travel, I know the heartache and the frustration depending where you're going or what you're doing. So hopefully it's not too much of a pain for you, but they're asking you to not go to the airport and go to the check-in counters and deal with it there. Instead, stay home, stay safe, and just call your airline and try to work directly with them.